the family of Martin Luther King Jr., has voiced serious apprehension regarding Donald Trump's executive order mandating the release of documents related to the civil rights leader's assassination. They fear this action could inadvertently resurrect past attempts to undermine King's public image and legacy, efforts reminiscent of the infamous tactics employed by Edgar Hoover and the FBI. A close confidant of the King family, speaking anonymously to Axios, articulated the family's profound concern. "We know Edgar Hoover tried to destroy Dr. King's legacy, and the family doesn't want that effort to prevail," they stated, referencing the extensive and invasive surveillance conducted by the FBI under Hoover's leadership, a surveillance campaign that targeted not only King himself, but also his close associates and colleagues. This surveillance wasn't limited to mere observation. It encompassed a range of insidious tactics designed to discredit and destabilize King. The FBI resorted to intimidation, employing threats both explicit and veiled. One particularly egregious example involved sending Coretta Scott King, Martin Luther King Jr.'s wife, a tape recording purportedly documenting her husband's extramarital affairs. Furthermore, King himself received a note urging him to take his own life, framing suicide as a purported act of self-sacrifice for the greater cause of the civil rights movement. These actions reveal a systematic attempt to not only undermine King's public image, but also to inflict profound emotional and psychological damage upon him and his family. This executive order follows a similar precedent set by Trump, who previously authorized the release of classified federal documents pertaining to the assassinations of President John F. Kennedy in 1963 and Senator Robert F. Kennedy in 1968. The historical context of these assassinations adds another layer of complexity to the situation. It is noteworthy that Robert F. Kennedy Jr., the newly appointed director of the Department of Health and Human Services under the Trump administration, is the son of Robert F. Kennedy and the nephew of John F. Kennedy, highlighting the intricate web of personal and political connections surrounding this decision. Following Trump's order, the King family issued a formal statement expressing their deep distress and requesting the opportunity to review the files before their public release. The statement underscored the deeply personal and enduring nature of their family's loss, emphasizing the significant emotional toll of their father's assassination, a pain that has persisted for over 56 years. Their plea for prior review, however, was reportedly rejected by the Trump administration, a White House official telling Axios that the refusal was not motivated by any animus toward the family. This assertion, however, does little to alleviate the King family's concerns, especially given the historical context of the FBI's past actions. The gravity of this situation is further amplified by the recent release of Sam Pollard's 2020 documentary, MLK/FBI, which meticulously chronicles the FBI's relentless pursuit of King, exposing the agency's extensive use of state-sanctioned surveillance to monitor and attempt to control the CI. The documentary serves as a stark reminder of the lengths to which some within the government were willing to go to suppress dissent and silence a powerful voice for social justice. The King family's apprehension is thus entirely understandable, given the documented history of attempts to discredit their father and undermine the civil rights movement. The release of these documents, without proper consideration for the potential for renewed attempts to damage Dr. King's legacy, raises serious concerns about the ethical implications of this executive order and its potential impact on historical memory and the ongoing fight for civil rights. The family's deep-seated worry stems from the very real possibility that the released materials could be used to fuel misinformation campaigns and resurrect long-discredited narratives about Dr. King's life and work, ultimately diminishing his immense contributions to American history and the global fight for social justice. The potential for misinterpretation and the exploitation of these documents for political gain further exacerbates the family's fears. Therefore, their request for review, while seemingly a simple act of due diligence, is crucial for safeguarding the integrity of Dr. King's legacy and ensuring that the historical record is not manipulated to serve contemporary political agendas.